Alright, first off, we're going to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakah Kodash, the water Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, for allowing us to do another video through His Spirit, the water Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, for giving us His truth, us worms, double honors to our apostles and others at Great Millstone, and salutation and blessings to the whole elect. And this is going to be a video on basically on the curses and how Jake is basically that the curses show that we are the Israelites, because we're the only nation that has gone through the things which has happened on the planet Earth, the transatlantic slave trade, the being beaten, to the fact we don't even remember who we are. We're the only nation who has been through the things that have happened unto us, man. We're the only nation who have been completely destroyed to the point of completely not even remember who we are, who we don't know who our power is. Because even these Ishmaelites, whether they want to believe it or not, they know that they're Ishmael. A lot of these Ishmaelites know that they're Ishmael. Persia, that name Persia was recently changed in a 1948 or 1968, where they changed the name Persia to Iran. So they know who they are. These other nations know who they are. Somewhat, the Rothschilds know who they are. You red Hebrew Edomites, you're starting to figure out who you are. And this is just going to be to the Spirit to show you Israelites, you so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans, who you are. And the fact that living in the ghettos, being broke, being talked down to and derided by all these other nations, it shows that you are the people of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai.
That's right.
Can you get that, Ba'Hashem?
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, and verse 25. Pour out thy fury upon the heathen that know thee not, and upon the families that call not on thy name. For they have eaten of Jacob, and devoured him, and consumed him, and have made his habitation desolate.
You can break it down.
Oh yes, so kind. When that says these heathen, it says pour out thy fury upon the heathen nations, because the Heavenly Father, He's pissed off at what the heathen did to us. And what did it say? It said because they have eaten of Jacob. Now who is Jacob? Jacob had 12 sons. You so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, you so-called Native Americans, you make up the nation of Israel. You are synonymous with Jacob. And what does it say? Have made his habitation desolate. Where do the so-called Negroes dwell? In the ghettos. Where do the so-called Latinos and Hispanics dwell? In favelas and el barrios. Where do the so-called Native Americans dwell? In the reds, the reservations. So our habitations, which a habit is what means a dwelling place, they have been made desolate, man. And what sparked this, because me and the brother Ariel right here, we were talking about how Jake, the only people who when somebody died, they'll make a t-shirt, rest in peace, John Quavius, or whatever his name may be, right? You don't see Edomites walking around with t-shirts that's like the brother said, that say rest in peace, Billy. You know what I'm saying? Or rest in peace, Timothy. Jake. In our neighborhoods, you just got telephone poles, them wooden poles, all right, with teddy bears stapled to it. Memorials and shrines made out of wicked-ass Jakes who done got dumped off.
And it's only in the hoods.
Yep, it's only in the hood.
You're not going to see that in no precious Edomite neighborhood, man. You're not going to see that in the so-called white man neighborhood. You're only going to see that in what? The hoods. In the corners. And the scriptures say that we dwell in the corners in Deuteronomy. You know where that is at? Where it says that Jake lives in the corners. I don't know exactly where it is, but
I don't know exactly either. I don't got my phone.
Okay, kind. That Jake, we dwell in the corners, man. Brothers can look it up. All you gotta do is look up corners and go to Deuteronomy.
My phone.
Okay. Because the things that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans do show that we're the Israelites. Like, I work at a phone store, and I see Jake every single day. I work at a phone store in the hood, and I see Jake every day. And I'm like, these niggas are desolate, man. They're broken. They're destroyed. They're completely gone. But even in that shows that we're the Israelites, man. This is Amos 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua has spoken against you. Because Jake always cried, why is God, if God really cared about us, why does he do this to us? Why? Because you always hear in the slave movie, oh, the God, see, what will God do now? Because God don't care about us. Really, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua put us in this position because he does care about us. Because he wants us to learn correction and reproof. This is all, reproof is to correct you and to get you on the right path. It's ultimately not even to destroy you. Reproof is to get you on the correct path and keep you and to go after the right way. But since you Jakes don't want to get reproved, you don't want to follow after righteousness, the Lord's going to completely obliterate you off the face of the earth. O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore will I punish you for all your iniquity. And that's why we're in a condition where you so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans, you want to know why you're in the position you're in? You want to know why you're in the ghettos? You want to know why you in poverty? It's because you sinned against your power. That's the reason we live in the ghettos. That's the reason we broke. That's the reason Jake is in the position they in. Why Jake is the only community where it be a nigga cracked out and drugged out, even though you got these Edomites going that same route now because these curses are coming upon them. But before that, it was Jake. Yep. Drugged out and cracked out. And you want to know why? That's because the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua cursed us, man. And like the Apostle Tar did the video, a curse will follow you. And this curse of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is following us. And it's only going to be lifted completely and entirely when our Lord Yahushua deliver us, man. You got something that?
Con, I got that. This on point. This Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 26. And it reads, I said, I would scatter them into corners. I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men.
Yep. And that's why, man, I was getting vexed the other day because you go off the street, it was snowy and it was icy. You go off the street, it's gonna be salted, it's gonna be plowed, everything gonna be pushed out the way. You come down here where Jake at, ain't no salt down, ain't nothing plowed, ain't nothing shoveled, ice roads icy as hell. Don't nobody care, man. The Lord has made the remembrance of us to basically, for us not even to exist. These people don't care about you. That's why they leave your roads iced up, man. When people getting in car accidents in the hood. Because they don't care about you. And that's why you Negroes live in the barrios, like the brother said, the barrios, the ghettos, and the rest.
The shanty towns.
Yep.
You know?
It's deplorable, man. It's a horrible... we are in the worst condition because how the fuck, Salakia for my language, another nation can come here, Israelite can come here from fucking Pakistan where bombs and shit was getting blown off, and a year later be rich, be living in Dearborn with a 2019 car, having good credit and everything. But Jake been here for all this time and still broke, man. Still broke. Still getting treated like shit. Those are because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua cursed us, man. And we sinned against him, so we go through these things. You got it, I know you got something.
Oh yeah, kind of. I had a couple, but I'll just start with this one. This is the book of Psalms chapter 83. And I'm going to just go to the point in 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. All right. And like the brother had me grab in that Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 26, the Heavenly Father said that was going to happen. And who did he use? All right. He started the first nation that after this that he says is Edom. All right. Esau. We don't, man, the so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans don't know who the hell they are.
Nope.
All right. A small percentage know that they're the Israelites of the Bible. Everybody else, they black, they Muslims, all right, they La Familia, African, they're Blackfoot Indian. You know what I'm saying? We were made to not be in remembrance, and the Heavenly Father Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua said he was going to do that, man, and he used the other nations to do that.
I got something for you to back you up. This is 2nd Ezra 10 and verse 21. For this For thou seest that our sanctuary is laid waste, our altar broken down, our temple destroyed, our upholstery is laid on the ground, our song is put to silence, our rejoicing is at an end, the light of our candlestick is put out, the ark of our covenant is spoiled, our holy things are defiled, and the name that is called upon us is almost profaned.
Mm-hmm.
Our children are put to shame, our priests are burned, our Levites are gone into captivity, our virgins are defiled, our wives ravished, our righteous men carried away, our little ones destroyed, our young men are brought into bondage, our strong men are become weak, and which is greatest of all, the zeal of Zion have lost her honor, for she is delivered unto the hand of them that hate us.
Man, there's so much in that verse right there, bro.
Yeah.
You know, we don't got our sanctuary, which is over. We don't got our land, all right? Our rightful land. The Lord kicked us out of that, all right? We don't got our priests no more, the Levites, all right? Hey, you got it.
It says the greatest of all, man. The zeal of Zion have lost her honor. The seal, what we strive for, what we have burning in us was lost, man. We lost our honor, the respect we had. We lost everything, man. We lost completely everything, and only through the mercy of Yahweh Shem Yahushai are we come back to that, man. That's why you got to really love and cherish this truth, because this truth gives you respect. It gives you a heritage, man. And our people don't have that, man. They don't have a heritage. They don't have a foundation. They don't have a base. That's why you got niggas that be everything, man. You got niggas that literally everything. They black, they Moors, they Asian, they white. They're literally everything. Oh, and they Israelites, because some niggas know they Israelites. Everything. They don't have a foundation. But this truth gives you a foundation, man. It gives you something to hold on to, man. Before, when we were in the world, we didn't. Bob Kashai, can you get Ephesians 2 in verse 10? It started at 8, because when we were in the world, we didn't have anything, man. We didn't have anything to grasp to, man. You didn't know who you were. Like when you watch Wanted, in the scene Wanted, they asked him, why are you here? Why are you here? They was beating his ass. And he said, I don't know who I am. And that's what we were. We didn't know who we are, man. But now Yahweh Shem Yahushua has blessed us, man. This is a blessing to know who you are, man. For brothers to know they Gadites. For brothers to know they Judites. Brothers Benjaminites. That's a blessing, man. That's something to cherish, man. We have something to hold on to. And ultimately, we have a power that's going to deliver us, man. That's why we gotta get out of this nigga mindset, thinking we niggas and spicks, man. We are the children of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yasharallah.
Yeah, Yasharallah, man, the princes of the power.
That's right.
We not niggas, we not spicks, man. You so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans have to wake up to that fact, man, because Jake is fucking destroyed, man. You niggas are fucking obliterated. But the Lord is leaving. He has the doors of mercies open right now for you to return, so you don't get completely obliterated by Yahweh Shem Yahushua's wrath. Can you get that for me, Bob?
Which is coming.
Yep.
This is Ephesians chapter 2, starting at verse 8. For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves.
Yep, because that's why we're saved. Through the grace and mercy of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because before we came into this truth, what were we? Gentiles, man. Yeah, because we were Gentiles before we came into it. The brothers didn't. I didn't know I was an Israelite before I came into this. To speaking on the Gentile topic, the hot topic, we were all Gentiles, man. But now the Lord is blessing us to come back into this.
It is the gift of the Most High Yahweh, not of works, lest any man should boast.
Yeah.
For we are His workmanship, created in Hamashiach Yahushai unto good works, which the Most High Yahweh have before ordained that we should walk in them.
Yeah, but we're supposed to walk in them, and Jake don't walk in these ways. They don't walk in the ways and the statutes of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They walk in the ways of Satan. They walk in the ways of Esau, Edom. That's why you niggas gonna die, man. That's why you 2/3 are going to die, because you don't want to walk after the ways of righteousness. So what the Lord going to do to you? He's going to obliterate you, man.
Yep. He's going to cleanse you.
Yep. Yeah, really. he going to cleanse you, man.
Yeah, purify you.
Through fire.
Yeah.
Fire is a purifying agent. When you get when you about to stab yourself with something, maybe you got to just stitch yourself up, you heat up a needle. So what? To clean it off so it ain't going to have no infection. And that's how the Lord going to do you niggas. He going to burn you and make you clean. You got something else?
This goes exactly with what you just brought out. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep them therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. And we don't got that no more, all right? We look down upon, all right? Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. You think these other nations saying that right now about the so-called Negro, the so-called Latino, and the so-called Native Americans, and the confusion of face brothers don't want to lead them out? Hell no. All right? They saying the exact opposite. Continuing on in verse 7, for what nation is there so great who have the Most High so nigh unto them, as the Lord Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon for him. So that's saying what nation have a power like the Heavenly Father Yahweh so nigh unto them, so close to them? Is Buddha, is he such a high power so close to the so-called Chinese? Is Allah so close and such a great power onto the Ishmaelites? Hell no. It's all about the Israelites, man.
Right.
But we done lost that though.
Can you go back to Ephesians, bro?
Okay, I'm still holding it. This where you want me to start? 11 now?
Yep.
Okay, Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 11.
Just because you said we lost it, but now what? We're getting it back.
Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in flesh made by hands.
Yep. So we were in the Gentiles in the flesh.
That's right.
But because when it says called by the circumcision, that was the Jews in the land of Israel, who really ultimately denied Yahweh. They denied him, but the Lord went unto what? The Gentiles, which the Gentiles were just Israelites who went after heathen customs, but they were brought back. Can you read one more verse?
And if I could add real quick, that word Gentile, it goes back to the Greek genus, which means a race of people, a stock of people. That's not talking about the natural Gentiles. That's talking about you actual Israelites, all right?
And when you read 2 Ezra 10, it shows, man, because we lost everything. We lost everything, and what? Jake fled onto everything else. They all the captivity that Jake was led into, they cleaved unto their gods. That's why Jeremiah told them in Baruch the 6th chapter, he said, don't turn to their gods. Don't go after them. But what did Jake eventually do? They went after the gods of the other nation. When you read First Maccabees 1, Israelites went after those wicked customs. They went after those idols. And what did they become? Gentiles, man. You got it up.
Verse 12 of Ephesians chapter 2. That at that time ye were without Yahweh Mashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without the Most High Yahweh in the world.
Yeah, we had nothing.
Yep.
We had nothing, man. We were lost in the sauce, man. But now the Lord Yahweh is granting us return and granting us mercy to come back unto Him and unto His righteousness.
Kind.
You can drop that out. You get whatever precepts you got.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna grab this real quick because it's not gonna be so forever. All right. Yep. It's not gonna be niggas. All right, walking around with their pants off their ass with a beer in their hand and a blunt in their mouth. All right. It's not gonna be our women walking around with their titties and their ass out, sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Joe. And you want to know the reason why? The Lord going to bring that to an end. This is the book of Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 10, and it reads, "For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts. And I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people." Exactly. All right?
You can close it off, huh?
So we're not going to always be cast off from the Lord, all right? But, hey, hopefully this video is edifying to those of you who may come across it, because it was all through the Spirit. Me and the brother, we was just in holy conversation, and he was like, man, we need to put this on video. So, hey, that's another one added. So, with that, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. We want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. We want to also give a sincere peace, blessings, and salutations to all of you Akim out there that are out here pushing this gospel in our truthfulness and sincerity. And we want to say a ball, and death to the red Hebrew, Edomite, man, woman, and child.
That's right.
And shalom.
Shalom.